Hi, I'm Ben. Now this tip is about out buying stuff. Well, this virus eased off a whole lot. Flea markets, car boot sales are open. A lot more freedom to walk around the stores. So I've been out buying and I've gotten stuff given to me. I would like to share them with you. Now the tip is about the gear I bought. We have 3 hardware stores that I frequent in our district, and our supermarket have a hardware department, or if you would call it that. They sell all sorts of stuff. And a flea market I visited, car boot sale. Now that's all in the last couple of months, where this old virus has opened everything up again. And this is the stuff. Quite a bit of stuff. Right, now I will start with the hardware end of our supermarket. The gear. Start with these 2 little chisels. I have a job for them on my concrete outside. Now, wood rasp and sanding set. It's the sanding set I would be interested in, but the wood drills will come in handy also. These type. Wood rasp. More wood drills, but I was interested in the countersinks, punch and milling end. I haven't any of them opened yet. Now here is a handy little tool. A right angle drill attachment, plus that's the handle, right or left handle. Cordless. That's most drills. Say it fit any drill. Now here is a box and blade set. The knife you just nip off when you want. The new part on blades. Now the good part of this store, hardware end, 90% of their stuff is made in Germany, and I say a few bits and pieces that I've seen made in Poland. Now here's something you could need a second one. I have one, but 9 times out of 10 you set it down, you forget where you left it. You're spending 2, maybe 3 minutes or more looking for it. So just to have a second one handy. Measuring tip. I have a couple of large ones, but I need that. Now here is a nice set. The diamond waring files. Nice little file. I have small files, but I like the look of these. They were worth the money and they're ideal for working with hard metals, ceramics, glass or whatever. 10 of them. I hope to get using these. But this I'm pleased with, for I'm always looking for the tip every time I set it down. I don't suppose I'm on my own in that case. Now, I visited 2 flea markets. And the first one week, I bought of 2 stalls. I bought this one stall. Working nicely. They do come in handy. And the second stall, look at the shape that's in, very nice, never used. It's got the appearance of never been used. Nice tool. Now that was 2 different stalls. Now the following week I went back to the flea market and it was a different stall at the flea market from the previous week. A hub burner, very nice. Look at that, spot on. I think I have a larger one of these, but that will come in nicely. I have a larger one. Now, on the same stall, he showed me this. Morse 2 in good shape, look at that. Now that was from, you may say, 3 different stalls. 1 stall, 2 stalls. A week later, these 2 of the 1 stall. Now, these tools, I can certainly use them. Now, this is a homemade tool. I have a tape on making it, but Morse 3. Granted, that is a homemade tool. I have used it and I have a tape on making it. And I have quite a few of these tools of this size. So this should come in very handy. Now that is my flea market finds, 1 week, 2 weeks. Hopefully I'll get back to them, but that is the flea markets. Now, as I was saying at the start of the tape, we have 3 local hardware stores here, and I've bought out of 2 of them, and I'll show them on this tape. Now the first one I went to I have 4 or 5 T-cutters, T-slot cutters, but this one I don't have this size, so it may come in handy. An edge finder, I have 2 or 3 edge finders. But I took a fancy to this one when he showed me it. Lathe alignment. Test bar. I already have one, but this one was worth the money. So that was one department or one hardware store that I visited. That's the gear I got out of it. Now in this store the person has kept me a few things in the past which I was glad to have, and there's one little tool he said they've got a few in and he wanted to show me it, so let's get looking. Now I wandered around the store and gathered up a few items, and there was this little set, nut extractors. There's 5 in the set. They were in that little box. Now, this wasn't in the box, I put it in. It was wrapped up in this. Nice little clock. Just for safekeeping. Also picked up another set of pin vices. I have a set, but I just took a fancy to this little set. Pin vices is very handy tool to have about the place. And I fell in with this. I thought I might have a use for it. Now this is the tool he was holding here for me. He said he got a few of these in. It's a bush. Look at that. Nice little tool. They said they were sent a half a dozen of these in a batch of gear, whatever they got. But he held on to this one for me. And I'm glad he did. I like this little tool. Now, I also bought this. It was not in this box I put it in. And it was not wrapped up in the rag. It was in this bag, but the box that it came in was busted. It was a cardboard box and it was ripped. So I just took it out. The long reach, what I was looking for. It's a draper. Draper tools is usually made in Japan. I wrapped it in the rag and put it in its own bag. Now the box was destroyed, so I put it into this. Now that is this little, I don't have one this small, so hopefully it'll come in handy. Now this little tool that I showed, he got it in from someone at second hand. Someone asked him to see if he could sell it for him, and sure enough he produced it to me. And I bought it. Now here is a tool my daughter got me 4 or 5 years ago, and I never had it going because I bought a set of batteries last week, wee button batteries, and I remembered having this. She bought it at a closing down sale of a store. And I'm certainly going to use it from now. Look at that. Nice one. She got it very reasonable. As I said, it was a closing down. sale she was at. I couldn't imagine what you would pay for that now, brand new, but I am going to use it. Now I gathered up my stuff, that store I was coming out, and the person in question handed me this. He says you could maybe make use of that, and this was a large roll of it. I probably will make use of it. Now, a couple of days ago I met up with an old friend. He's a joiner, and we're talking, and he handed me these two drills. He said they were of no use to him. Morse 3, Morse 3. Two nice drills, which is very welcome. Oh, and I visited the internet for a couple of items. I didn't get these in this container. I needed a lot of small oilers. It's the only place I could get them. I tried my 3 hardware stores and a couple of others outside the district. They didn't have them. And here is something I was running very short on, down to my last one. These oiler brushes. You seem to go through a lot of these when you're oiling on the lathe or the saw or the mill. They're very handy. I find them a very handy little tool. And here is something I needed to replace a few door handles. Drawer handles. I needed 4, but in a pack of, I think this many, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, but they'll not go to waste. That's the internet. Now, pardon me, I could be in my coffee. Now, the hardware, the DIY hardware department at our supermarket, they bring in hardware stuff, but once a month. It's on a Thursday, but a rotation of different stuff each week, gardening, etc. But once a month it's the hardware. And I was going down yesterday morning, that was Thursday, for Carton of Milk. Early when they opened, it was about 5 minutes opening. And then there was a crowd of men going around their DIY hardware stuff. There was a load of stuff in this time. Cordless drills, wee grinders, glue guns, spanners, different sets, screwdriver sets, and storage compartment boxes. So I just took a walk around. I spied something, took a look at it, and this is it. This is what I bought. These small toolbox. Now, that's it. I have a job for this. For the price of it, made in Germany. Made in Germany. For the price of it, less than £3. I bought 2 of them. I have a job for these, and I can get a job probably for the other one. Less than £3 in today's market. They're a steel. They seem to be good, solid. We tray in them. So I'm glad I went down for my carton of milk. And that is the gear I bought in the last couple of months. Nothing too extravagant, but I'm glad I went down and I came across the 2 little toolboxes. I will have those filled before the day's out. I want to thank you for looking in. I hope some of you find this of interest, and I would appreciate you log into my website. This is Benny Marner. Thank you for watching. Thanks again.